The DREAM reporting engine can be accessed via the Reports button within DREAM itself. It will load this page in front of you. What you have down the left hand side, you have a list of different report types and pages. By clicking in each one, you will be able to see the data loaded for your stock. If you log in and this says blank, you need to make sure you select the correct team ID. When you use this drop down, if you're an individual housing association or council, you will only see one team ID here. If you have multiple property portfolios that you look after, you'll see different numbers in here. You can change the stock that you load by looking at different team IDs here. You can load more than one so that it's displaying the full data at the same time. At the top of the page, you'll see there are various drop downs, so you can export the data as a PowerPoint. You have options here where you can embed an image, so if you click that, it will embed the pages in the PowerPoint itself. If you use embed live data, it will embed a link to this live database, the actual report. So if I click that, I'll just show you. It'll embed the report with the filters. I'll open it in PowerPoint, and what you'll see is eventually the page will load, and this is now interactive within PowerPoint, so you can play about with it. If you're giving a presentation, you can actually use the live data within PowerPoint. Other options you have as well is you can export the page as a PDF. You can share it with colleagues if sharing's switched on. There's an option here, subscribe to report. So we can also subscribe to a report. If we click add new subscription, we can say it's going to send this page to myself. I can put in a subject, a message. I can choose which page I want to send. The frequency I want it sent, so you might just want to send this on the 1st of each month at 11:45 AM, and you can set the dates that it's going to go from. When you click save and close, it will then send this report on the 1st of each month, every month, to that person as a JPEG. You'll see on the page itself there are various charts and information. On some of the charts, if I hover over them, you'll see additional options pop up. So the first one, we can pin this visual to a different report if we want. We can copy the image as a graphic and paste it into other applications. We can see what filters are on this table. So it's just shown me that it's shown me all the EPC ratings where team ID is 290. And then the next option, you can go to focus mode. So if you click this, it will make it full screen. So you can see more information if you wanted to see the whole data set. And then the last option, these three dots, what we can do here, we can actually use the export data to export that data as a spreadsheet and pull out the information. So that's available in any of the data tables. You can just export the information straight away. You'll also see on some of these tables as well, the headers you can click and it will sort them up or down, A to G, A to Z, Z to A, however you want to do it. On the right hand side as well, if you click on a table, you can apply additional filters to that if you want. So these advanced filters allow you to filter by any of these metrics. So we can do more advanced things where we can say things like, so the detachment being all, we want to use basic filtering and only pick properties that are mid-terrace, bottom. You can pick different filters here if you want to filter it that way. on every page. You can do this on each table. You'll see you can reset the filters just by clicking this this clear filter button, and we can hide this table by clicking the double arrows at the top. At the side here as well, within each page you have the option to do your own filters as well, which are a bit more simplified. Again, we can pick detachment and it will filter the page for the detachment, mid-terrace, semi-detached. These are available on all pages. You can filter by UPRNs. At the bottom here you will see one called group. So if you have created a group within the DREAM application itself, this will appear here as well. So you can apply that group. There's a button at the bottom, hide bar, which will hide the bar and make this full screen, so that you can have more of a desktop to look at if you're not really interested in the filters, or we can bring it back and see the information. You'll also see at the top of the bar, if you've set these filters, it may be that you want to keep the information as certain filters the way you've got it set. You can click this bookmark option, add a bookmark, give it a name, and then you can always refer to that. So just as an example, let's say we only wanted our mid-terrace properties. I can create a bookmark here, give it a name, click save. Now if I clear that filter, we'll see it takes everything back the way it is. I can, if I want, just reload that mid-terrace filter and it'll take me back to where I was. And you can obviously have multiple filters in there, and we can rename it, default it, update it as we see fit. At any point there is a button here which will reset all the filters and slicers and take it right back to kind of the base level. So if you've set lots of filters and you either getting confused or you don't want to go through the process of resetting them all individually, you can just click that reset button and it will do it for you. There is one option at the end here where it says global filter. If you enter property UPRNs into here, click this filter button, it will filter the entire report just for the UPRNs that are in this table.